A lot of companies are adopting AI today because they want to be efficient. They want to be able to do times 100 of what they can do normally. But in a financial sector, it's so important to be careful when doing that because we are not like other institutions where even if there was no human interaction, the business would continue, right? There is still very, very vast element of human interaction or user experience that we want to put in place. So whether we're talking about applications here or we're talking about day-to-day client interaction, I think they both go hand in hand. But in the aspect of balancing that, I think one of the things that we make sure to do is how do we carve out like a security by design approach where users don't necessarily have to go through like a life cycle change in code? An example, if you add an application, let's say a software as a service application that you want to deploy, you implement those security controls from the get-go such that when you're going through like your user experience training, they know what they need to do from the beginning, and not that you've onboarded your clients or your users on this application, and then few months down the line you're saying, oh, we need to change this and this structure. So security by design principle is really key to integrate into your product development lifecycle to make sure that your security is built in rather than bolted on. Another thing also is implementing risk-based authentication. I think that helps to adjust whatever friction, maybe based on whether it's the context and the value of transactions or even applying stronger controls only when necessary. So based on like a signal, like I said earlier, prioritizing your risk landscape, prioritizing your data sensitivity, and only implementing some of the security controls because they are very necessary and not just because you want to check the box. Another thing is also implementing a continuous behavioral analysis rather than, again, whether it's an authentication challenge, but use your users' behavior to model what you present to them without constantly, interrupting a legitimate user activities. I think technology has grown or evolved today beyond, oh, you have to be logged in every 15 minutes or whatever I have to check. But you use like a UBA, a user behavior analysis can help you to know what kind of authentication mechanism you need to put in place or what kind of security challenges a user poses to you on the day-to-day work. So I think those are some of the ways when you also leverage your IOCs, which are your indications of compromises. I think that also helps you to know what landscape you're battling with versus deploying the same control across boards that limits users.